All right, what do we got here? Where is my... Here it is. Hey guys, welcome to El Picachon. My name is Rodrigo. This here is my sidekick, Smokey the Smoke Detector. And we are playing Pokemon Shield and trying to get through using only poison types. There's more rules to it than that, but it is kind of a casual playthrough. It's not a Nuzlocke. We're not trying to be too hardcore about it. St. JW says, "Hey Smokey, yeah, Smokey, Smokey's Smokey's a good sidekick. He mostly listens, which is what I like about him. He also warns me if there is smoke, so that's something good that you want out of a sidekick as well. One of these days, I'll just get like a little tiny like piano or like keyboard, and I'll like fix it to the ceiling so it looks like he's my band leader. But that probably actually would break some fire code, so maybe I won't do that. All right, so yeah, when we last left our heroine, Petunia, she had actually defeated the final gym leader and is now on her way to the Pokemon League to get to get or to challenge the to go into the finals and semifinals and then challenge Leon. Let's see what the map says to do. I know like people that are new to Oh, what does it say? Take the train from Hammerlock Station. Okay. I know people that are new to the Pokemon franchise maybe don't realize this, but Pokemon didn't used to tell you what your next mission was. You just had to figure it out on your own. Oh, everybody's saying bye. Thank you, Petunia. Thank you for that amazing match. Oh yeah, this is the EV person. Tell me about peppers. Okay. Yes, I'm sure Smokey eventually is going to get his own spin-off. And then someday people will say, did you know? Did you know that Smokey the Smoke Detector comes from this like obscure stream from this guy named Ricardo? Oh, I can't ride my bicycle in here. What is this? So yeah, people are still really abuzz about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Obviously, the buzz is only going to increase from here on out. Oh, I might have to fight Hop. But I've been telling people that it's very likely that Scarlet and Violet were developed at the same time as Arceus, right? As Pokemon Legends Arceus. So if there's stuff you like in Pokemon Legends Arceus, there's a very good chance that any given mechanic that you like is not going to make it into Scarlet and Violet. So don't get disheartened if that's the case. Really, what we're gonna see is implementation of things that were learned in Sword and Shield and the Let's Go games, right? And that's what Arceus did, but that's also what I think Scarlet and Violet are gonna do. Afterwards, whenever we get the next Pokemon game after Scarlet and Violet, they're going to look at the lessons of Scarlet and Violet and Arceus and then apply that to that game. It's my dentist. Now's not the time, dentist. Where is he? Oh, there he is. And you never stop nattering on through the entire battle. This game is supposed to be British, so they say things like nattering. But your strength is genuine, as proven by the dragon badge you won from me. You came at me with all the force of a raging storm, and even I was blown away. Hop has a score bunny, so that must have been tough, actually. That fight must have been really tough for him, because his strongest Pokemon is actually extremely weak against all of Raihan's Pokemon. Sorry, getting text from work. Okay. Nobody respects stream time. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? They don't know. It's fine. Raihan says, listen up, you two. Battle your way through the Champion Cup tournament to face Leon. One of you ought to. Hop says, I reckon I'm still the favorite to win, but I'm up against my true rival, Petunia. So I'll wring out every last thing I learned during my battle with you, Raihan, to beat her. So get a move on, Petunia. The train's waiting. It is? That's not how trains work. Joe says it's amusing. The fact that there's like Britishisms in this is amusing. That's good. Ah, everybody's wearing purple. What? You get it, right? You and me are going to make our match the greatest match there ever was. It's like, these scenes are cute. I kind of wish there were more scenes like this. But the fact that they're not voiced really stands out now, right? Yeah, it used to be that that's how scenes were. But now, you know, you see a little cinematic like that, you really expect it to be voiced. And, you know, I'm somebody who defends like Pokemon's like kind of reluctance to do anything more complex. It's like if they don't have to, right? If they don't want to, they don't have to. But sometimes they want to. Sometimes they want to push that envelope and then it looks weird. If all the snow on Route 10 melted away. Uh-oh. This is the villain. Guys, I finally found the villain of this game. It's this guy. He wants to melt all the snow in the Galar Mountains. Does he have a name? No, he doesn't have a name. Okay, keep an eye on him, all right? I'm watching you, guy. I'm watching you. Nope, I'm sitting down. Okay, now I'm watching you. This is round 10. It's like a wall made out of snow. Why didn't we just take the train directly? Oh. Mr. Vorland, thanks for following. I appreciate it. If you don't know me, my name's Rodrigo. We're playing Pokemon, and we're trying to get through Pokemon Sword and Shield with all poison types. So, sit down, or stand up, whatever you prefer. And, yeah, have a good time. Ice-type Pokemon crawling out of the woodwork in a place like this. Petunia is not dressed for this. Should we go back and get Petunia a better cold weather outfit? Again, it's kind of disappointed because I wanted to have this like moment where like Petunia like lets her hair down and becomes like a little bit more of like a cool poison trainer instead of like a little dweebo. Not that I have a problem with her being a little dweeb. It's cute. Wow, these Ice-type Pokemon are really bold. They just walk right up to the station. What the heck? Okay. Let's get a fire type out here. Yeah, after this, we'll see if we can get her a better cold weather outfit. I mean, she's wearing tights, you know, but I'm sure we can find something better. Mr. Vorlin says, yep, old school major spoilers and critical hit follower. Didn't know you streamed as well. Yeah, I started doing this like a few months ago, so if you're just like, oh, hungry for that Rodrigo content, we have this, and you can find clips from the stream on our YouTube channel, which I will put up the link here. Um, yeah, she at least needs like a jacket. No, you're right. Let's see if we can take a taxi from here. I don't see why not. Let's go to... I feel like we should start out in Sirchester, right? Because that's a very cold place, so that's probably going to have better cold weather stuff. All right. Satin varsity jacket. Yeah, maybe we can get her one of these parkas. I don't love them because the colors aren't very saturated, but they're okay. Let's see, no pants available. I do like these casual, yeah, these casual trainer shoes are cool. We'll get her some boots. I think I have enough money for all of this. Yeah, let's start out with her boots. Let's just get her some black boots. That'll go with anything. Yes. And then we'll get her one of these fuzzy parkas. Unless there's... Nope. It's just that. Let's make it... God, it's like, that doesn't look purple, right? It's like, to me, that looks gray. So let's get her... What does the black one look? The black one also just looks gray. Let's just get her a gray one. Let's get this. And then... I don't think they sell anything else here. And Petunia's iconic haircut prevents her from wearing a hat, but, you know, it probably keeps her warm too, so that's good. That'd be cool if they had, like ice goggles or glasses, you know, those things that have, like, the little slit. These gloves look like all the same gloves. Yep. All right. We need to go someplace that sells pants. So we can do her full cold weather outfit. What do you guys think? Should we go all the way back to Wedgehurst? Yeah, let's just do the whole tour. Let's go back to Wedgehurst and see what sort of pants they have available. No hats for me, lady. All right. Skinny trousers. I mean, these look cool, but they are in fact skinny. Mini skirt. Oh, denim trousers. Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, they look a little thicker, and I like the design on them. They're like vintage, right? They're like acid wash or whatever. Yes. Okay. Now let's she still needs to have some purple accents here. I see something yellow poking out down there. Is that part of the thing? Is that part of her bracelet? I don't know what that is. You guys see that on her hand? It's weird. Aren't denim trousers jeans? Yes. Yes, that is what they are. Why they decided to separate skinny jeans and denim trousers? Probably just so that people could like that's probably more of like a designer's thing. Like every time somebody said jeans, do you mean A jeans or B jeans? And it's like, can we just change the name so that we don't get confused about them? Um, what do you guys think? It's like just a hint of purple, and I guess just a hint of yellow, because again, I have no idea what that yellow thing is. Um, in a mostly black and white outfit, that's something, right? That's a look. Oh, I already have that. Great. Fantastic. Uh, we can navy, white and black, white, blue, hats don't work. We can see if we can change her look a little bit. Nah, I still want her to look like a creepy bug girl. Gloves, simple gloves. We can get some... that yellow is too creamy. Let's see what the purple looks like. Yeah, let's get her some purple gloves. That way she has that has an accent as well. Alright, this is probably a good enough cold weather outfit that we're gonna get if we want to keep Petunia's haircut. Oh. We'll just do purple. There we go. That's good. We'll do that. We should probably actually update our league card while we're at it. St. Jadilla says, I mean, I appreciate them being called trousers rather than pants, and as it's supposed to be UK based. Yeah, see, there you go. I'm sure that's how people in the UK say it. Instead of saying acid wash jeans, they say high pH cotton trousers. Is acid high or low pH? It's high, right? It's like higher than 7 is acid. All right. Let's use the card maker. Oh, lots of new backgrounds. Hmm. Oh, I like this dirty street. Let's see if we can do something with that. No effects, and let's do no frame for now. We might come back and change the frame, unless actually, I guess we should look and see if there's a good frame. Uh, we might change it to that one. I kind of want to do something with that background. We'll see. Let's change expression to worried and change pose. Uh, yeah, Petunia's new leak card is her getting murdered in an alley. Let's see. Yeah, it's like the killer's just off camera. There we go, something like that. Maybe we'll do this. Now we'll just do matte coding. Yeah, let's just print it. Daytime Rodrigo when the sun's out. That's me. Zemsi says, oh no. Sanjay says, hee hee, the only time I've had daytime Rodrigo was the midnight streams. Yep. And I kind of unfortunately had to stop doing those just because it really wasn't working for me with my schedule. So those might return some days. Late night streams might someday return, but for now, yeah, those jeans look cool, right? Yeah, Petunia's coming out of her shell more and more. She's actually wearing cool jeans now. All right, let's go back to that icy root. Mm. Oh, I can't just fly it up. I gotta take the train again. Special occasions, yeah, it does have to be like everything has to line. Unfortunately, everything has to line up nowadays for me to actually do a late stream. I'm guessing it's White Hill. Hang on, what is it called? Yep, White Hill. Okay. There we go. And now let's get some guys who'll do well against ice Pokemon. Man, I'm gonna keep Little Veggies because he's really behind. Because you know, he keeps he keeps like being important in like gym battles, but I always just have him get knocked out so I can get the free switch, and then they like murderize him. Ice is strong against ground, so we'll keep Rude back here. And we'll move Dr. Violet in as well. But we'll keep... Let's put Oakley up front since he learned Flamethrower. Does Little Veggies have thick fat? No. Little Veggies is a solar... what is it called? Chlorophyll Bulbasaur or Ivysaur or Venusaur now. So no, I don't think Venusaur gets thick fat. Does it? Because that would be really strong. Like Venusaur is already a beast. If it was resistant to two of the things that are strong against grass, that would be intense. Okay. Oh, look at these little babies. Little snow babies. No, there are a lot of starters. There are some starters that have access to thick fat. I think Tepig or whatever has a thick fat line. Oh, I see what you're doing. You're like, oh ho ho. People are gonna have fire types, so let's throw some ground types at them too. Well, take a surf to the face. Oh, Mega Venusaur had thick fat? Okay. Yeah, I never really played with any of the Megas. Like, extensively. Like, most of the Mega stuff you get is towards the end of the game, so... I didn't really do a lot with Mega Evolution, so I know that some, like, a lot of them have a type change. Like, I think one of the Mega Charizards is also a Dragon type. But I couldn't tell you if they both get the Dragon type or if that's actually true or whatever. Let's see. Simsy says, I wish I took more trains. Yeah, trains are fun. Sinjado says, I get a hovercraft to work. What? That's cool. Simsy says, my copy of Coyote and Crow came in. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I've got such a long list of games that I need to read. And yeah, Coyote and Crow is just somewhere on that list. Horsepoint Mine says, I was playing a lot of Showdown in Gen 6. I only really used Mega Aggron. Okay. Yeah, Mega Evolutions have at least this thing, right? It's like part of the balancing feature is that you need to it's not very effective. Like, they need to be holding something, right? It's like it's actually a held item to be able to use a Mega Evolution. So at least, you know, they basically can't be holding an item. So that takes out all of those options. So it's something. A lot of Mega Evolutions are like so strong that it doesn't matter. Ah, the Rodrigo. What? What's this? What's this? My Pokemon ended up injured. Oh no. Well, that's not good. I thought Pokemon loved fighting and only fought to be friends, and friendship is what made them fight. I didn't know they could get hurt. Dashing through the snow, gonna beat up Pokemon. Guys, it's the villain. You remember the villain from the train station? Okay, gotta be careful here. This is probably the last fight of the game. Only do what you can. Taking risks while mountain climbing is dangerous. Hiker Douglas. That's a good name for a villain. Steelix. Alright, let's surf this guy to death. Is he dressed like a Ninja Turtle? No, I think he's supposed to be like a very outdoorsy person. It's like a hiker outfit. Although why he has those abs, I don't know. Hiker Douglas is about to said Mudsdale. Let's... What level is Sargassum? No, let's keep Oakley so that it so that she gets some levels. Bang 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 bang. All right, ground types. Uh-oh. All right, should be able to get out clean from this fight. Dr. Violet wants to learn the move Venom Drench. Maybe. Attack, special attack, and speed stats. It's like I already have a Pokemon, at least one Pokemon that has Toxic and Venoshock. So it doesn't deal any damage. Yeah, sure. If nothing else, we can always teach it to her again. Well, there you go, guys. We defeated the final enemy of Pokemon Sword and Shield. It's been a wild ride. You know, we've really been able to just play through the game and have a lot of good times together. And now that it's over, I really don't know what to say. I'm somewhat speechless. I expected that last battle to be a lot harder, but you know, we've trained for this, so I guess that makes sense. It's weird that they would have this battle here in the middle of things and not after the Pokemon League, but I guess that was that. I mean, Hiker Douglas is probably not the most iconic Pokemon villain, but you know, he's up there. And yes, we only met him 8 minutes ago in the train station, but you know, these games aren't always written in the best way. So, yep, I hope that you guys had a good time. I guess we're going to just end the stream a little bit early today, and I hope you guys have a good time. Just kidding. Don't turn away. All right? I'm doing a bit. Calm down. There's still plenty of game. Just take it easy. I know you guys. You guys are like, oh, well, maybe I can like go check out what like Maximilian Dude is doing or whatever. I don't know, Wolfie VGC or whoever you guys follow. Stream's not over. Take it easy. Horsepawn Mine says, ah, good bit. Thank you. Thank you for humoring me. Got 9,000 for winning. Straight up. Horsepawn Mine says, straight up, I did think this was you telling us you were sick of this playthrough. Yeah, I might I probably would try to do something like that if I was just tired of it, but it's fine. We really spend most of the time we're playing Pokemon just like talking about random things. So no, I'm fine with this playthrough. I'm not tired of it. There are other streams, you know. I know there are other streams. I know you guys were on your way. You were like, "Oh, good." You know, I don't feel contractually obligated to have somebody yell at me about legendary Pokemon anymore. Zemzi says Rodriguez is pretty great at deadpan. Thank you. That is in fact probably my best method of delivery. There had to be someone. Like someone was back there, like looking around, and it's like, does he know? Does he know that that wasn't the last fight in the game? Probably not. Most of the people that come here are not new. They already know me from somewhere, so they're like, oh, Rodrigo's doing a bit. Those major spoiler guys and their bits. God, these guys are creepy. It's like if you thought that... Hang on, I need to just swap out my Pokemon. If you thought that um, making those guys ice types was helpful, it's not. They are still. They're like maybe the ice type Mr. Mime is a little bit less creepy, but not much less creepy. Hyper potion? That's good enough. Lamgwin says, "Gotta disagree with you there. Hedgehog wearing a hat voice is Rodrigo's best method of delivery." Okay, that's a good point. I did perfect the woodland creature with hats cadence. See you later, suckers. Oh no. Horsepoint Mind says, "We all know that you're capable of delivering truly devastating finales to things, so you just never know." Yeah, that's one finale that I hope not to deliver is the like disappointing didn't actually get their finale. Although if you were really looking forward to mechanically getting the characters in the Void Saga to level 30, I guess technically that didn't happen. So there you go. Hedgehog is pretty strong. Some might say it's super effective. Yeah. Who knows? Maybe the next game will allow us to put a hat on a Togedemaru. Hone Claws. Book. Let's do Shell Sidearm so that we don't run out of whatchamajiggets of flamethrowers. Clay Doll. Let's switch. Go, Sargassum. Yeah, Dragalge is a cool looking Pokemon. It's definitely not a Pokemon that I would have ever particularly picked to be in my party, but you know that's what these like special type runs do, right? Is like they get you looking at Pokemon that you normally wouldn't be interested in. And Asmodeus is Rodrigo's best method of delivery. Yeah, definitely. If Asmodeus is in the scene, um, I suddenly become an Oscar contender. Possibly for best writing rather than for the performance itself. Most devious writing in a scene. When I do business, I'm called a businessman, so when I battle, should I be called a battleman? Yes. Now get out of here, battleman. Alright. Let's save. Let's see. Let's give Oakley another potion. That's good. St. W says, "I always felt menaced by the delivery. He can't help it, always gets me." Oh, you mean with Guy? Yeah, sure. Well, thank you. I'm glad you guys appreciate my delivery. That's something that I don't like. It's something that I work on with NPCs, right? I think about how this person sounds or whatever, but so much of role-playing games is off the cuff, right? So I don't have a lot of Like I'm not very conscious of what I'm doing and how I'm delivering things. So I'm glad you guys like it because, again, really it's kind of like I try to get myself into sort of like the muscle memory of the character, and then I have to react to what the players do, right? So I'm just like playing this character impromptu. Do you know the old legend that says that Galar is doomed if Corviknight ever disappear? That's a British thing, right? It's like if the Ravens ever leave like someplace in London, right? It's like then England will explode. That's a real myth. Saint JW says, I always enjoy hamming up NPCs when I DM. Yeah, it's great. It's lots of fun. The Tower of London, yeah. If the Ravens ever leave the Tower of London, then Great Britain, the entire Commonwealth will fall into the sea. Um, this is why there's like an actual guy that gets paid to like take care of the ravens at the Tower of London. Um, and because it's an official like position given by the crown, he's called like the Raven Master or something. Horsepoint Man says, I like to give each NPC a recognizable cadence, but I don't have enough full-on voices in me. Yeah, and even just sometimes, like, enough cadences or things are tricky, right? So, yeah, if you're like, oh, Rodrigo, do Moth from, like, season whatever, I'd be like, I don't think I ever did anything special for her. Like, you can tell when Moth is talking because the other NPCs are different from her, and because she has, like, a specific, I don't know, forcefulness to her voice, but I wasn't doing anything like specific to my voice. I wasn't doing a voice. Sinjado says, "Well, I think they left as things currently stand." Oh no, they must have. Maybe that's what happened. Oh, I don't know what he's sending. Flygon. That would be kind of a like if you were doing like a supernatural detective mystery, like a hell, uh, like a John Constantine thing. Hellblazer. I I have completely drawn a blank on what John Constantine's series is called. But yeah, that would be kind of a fun one. It's like oh, we're gonna die. It's like the Raven Master has been murdered, right? And they're like, oh, well, this seems like a mundane thing, but John Constantine is like, no, somebody's probably trying to explode the United Kingdom, and then he has to investigate that. Yep, Hellblazer. Pedal dance. Sorry, guys. Okay. I actually don't know much about the old Corviknight legend. You knew enough. Zemsi says, don't even need to do a voice, just give them something that stands out, like tacking on "ya know" to sentences. Sure. You understand? Okay, what was I doing here? Okay. Um, let's just, we did have a person knocked out. And I don't know that I want to spend... I guess I have 11 revives. I guess I'll just use it. It's like I'm actually, it's like, oh, maybe I should just camp, but actually I'm running low on berries. So I need to just go on a berry shaking quest. Mm. Okay. Yeah, let's fight this mailman. The post. I wonder just how long we can keep on carrying letters like this. Oh, don't you hit me with that. Postman Harper sent out Pelipper. Mm. I guess let's do Shell Sidearm. Bang! Quick draw. All right. Noctowl. That's just a flying normal. Mm. Just swap this in. Let's try a Sucker Punch. Bam! Roost. Haha, it wasn't enough. Am I fighting a train conductor? No, I think it's a mailman or a postman. Yeah, Postman Harper. When I think about it, I didn't want it to ever end. Aw, I love you too, Postman Harper. Yeah, there's a, like, this model of the mailman is, I guess, not very clearly a mailman. Because people are always like, is that a cop? Is that a train conductor? And he does look like a cop or a train conductor, so you're not wrong. Oh, you want me to get into your camp, huh? Now, if only I could find the most legendary of ingredients, the fabled Gigantamix. You know anything about where to find it? Come to my camp and we can swap tails. No, that's okay. I'm just gonna run by this bear. Yeah, he's got that basic civil servant uniform. Yeah, definitely. It's a very old look for a postie. Sure. Gigalith. Yeah, definitely our Slowbro is like very well positioned to deal a lot of damage to a lot of different things with Shell Sidearm, Psychic, Surf, and Flamethrower. It's pretty strong. Like it might not one hit KO everything, but it can one hit like it can deal a lot of damage in one hit. I don't know how Stealth Rocks are gonna help here, but maybe they will. Eh. Yeah, let's switch Pokemon if Rhydon's coming out. Yeah, Pokemon is weird in that, like, Ice types and Dragon types are supposed to be rare, and they're rare in pretty much every generation. So, it's like that means that every region has this like late game like mountainous area, right? It's like no matter what, at some point, not early on, but later in the game, you have to like climb up these mountains so that you can encounter all the ice type Pokemon you haven't been running into. I guess that's not so much the case here because you can actually get like Vanillish and that and maybe some uh, like Sneasels early on, so you know, they're challenging it a little bit, but still, I mean, here we are late in the game, um, dealing with a bunch of wild ice Pokemon. Oh, this guy likes my fashion. Ice Darmanitan. So assuming that it doesn't go first and obliterate me, I should be able to take it out in one hit, because I think Darmanitan is kind of a glass cannon. Yeah. But Phalanx? Nah, let's keep it. Well, he's not a stereotype at all. What, ho? Yeah, sure. At least, at least he has, like, relatively dark skin, right? It's like, they could have just made him like a blonde guy. Harvester says, I find ice types being rare to be a strange convention, though. I'd be interested to see an early game cold biome with ice types, sort of like how the wild area has a few during hailstorms. Definitely. I mean, who knows how things are going to change in the next game? But I've always thought it's like the protagonist always lives somewhere remote, right? So it's like they live in this little town very far at the edge of the region, and it's like it makes sense that a protagonist would come from up high in a mountain, and that there would be like ice types and stuff kicking around that area. So yeah, it's like this idea of like, oh, the protagonist actually lives near a volcano, and so there are like ice types because it's a tall mountain, fire types because it's a volcano, and you know a few other things like maybe some ghost or fairy or like dark and fairy types because you know volcanoes are like kind of magical in a lot of traditions. Yeah, it's like you would like it's like yeah the starting like the early game puppy Pokemon that you find is an ice type, and the early game bird that you find is a fire type. It's like that'd be cool, you know. And then maybe the early bug you find is like a dark type or a fairy type or something like that. Harvester says also somebody living and thriving around those harsh conditions might have some extra hardiness and be more expected to overcome the wild plot things. Yeah, totally. Like that's something that they can like talk about and like make fun of you for is like, are you one of the? Are you like? Don't you come from that like village that lives next to a volcano like a bunch of idiots? Um, so yeah, that'd be fun. Uh oh, double battle. Who's up front? Let's see if they give me something for little veggies to hit. It's been a while. I'm glad we could meet up again. Let's see how strong you've gotten. Oh, is this supposed to be uh, the same lady and camera guy that I fought like 6 routes ago? That's cute. Yeah, I remember these guys. Let's flamethrower the Clang Clang, and let's just Pedal Dance. Pedal Dance does a lot of damage. Harvester says, lol, yeah, what's up, Muffler? It too hot down here for you? Yeah, that's good. Horsepound Mine says, I like how almost every Pokemon game inexplicably has you fight a camera crew and newscaster. Yeah, it's like one of those jobs that like Pokemon are like, well, there's TV in Pokemon, so I'm like, are these guys on the clock? Like, I mean, everyone in the world of Pokemon loves Pokemon, so it makes sense that like news stations would be like, okay, Jake, Nancy, like here's some Pokemon. Go stand in this route, and anytime a gym challenger comes by, challenge them to a duel and film it, and we'll put it on the 6 o'clock at 6 o'clock. Eh. Togedemaru. We were just talking about Togedemaru. Pedal dance. Horsepoint Mind says, oh, Harvester says, this gimmick is fun and cute. It was a good intro example of double battles in Hoenn games. Yeah, sure. Horsepoint Mind says, if I redeemed a story about Kansas, would you tell us which Pokemon would have been helpful in filming across rural Kansas? Oh, Sinja W says, Togedemaru needs a hat. Yes. No, I can. You don't have to redeem a story about Kansas for me to talk about, I guess, which Pokemon I would have wanted to have with me in rural Kansas. Um, it would definitely have been some sort of Pokemon that I could use as transportation, because there was definitely a lot of like, go over here to this field, shoot stuff there, then drive way the heck out there to another field and shoot stuff there. So, um, you know, it would have been nice to have some large flying Pokemon to get me from point A to point B. You know, obviously like that like Alola Charizard would have been cool, but you know, I would like actually I would have loved to have a Noivern. I like Noivern a lot, and if I could just like jump on it, like leave my car in a central location, jump on it, and then fly around and then shoot from there, that would have been cool. So yeah, if I was this guy, if I was this film guy living in the Pokemon equivalent of Kansas, somewhere in Unova, I guess, um, I would have wanted a Noivern. Whoa. Oakley, no! Yeah, I actually don't have a lot of things that are good against flying types. I kind of have to brute force my way through them. Nice work, everyone. I lost, but it's alright. I was able to assess your strength. Just as long as you got it all on camera, man. Alright, I think we're very close to the top here. And maybe there isn't another fight, so I won't have to camp. Alright, there we go. Oh, look at those. Look at those birdios. La 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 la. Somehow the weather doesn't affect this place that's at the very peak of the mountains. I guess that's that Gulf Stream, right? That's why it's not super cold in the British Isles. It's because the Gulf Stream keeps it warm. Winden. Winden, of course, with the Ferris wheel and the clock and the historical buildings, is supposed to be obviously a stand-in for Ann Arbor, Michigan. All right, Winden City. This is the place where I become a legend at last. After all, I'm about to become the new champion of the Galar region. Sure you are, Hop. Poor Hop. Ah, yes, my favorite Poke novel, Winden the Willows. Yep, that's a good one. It's about a everybody wants to go see Mr. Polytoad. Sinjadulu says, I didn't realize London was at the top of a snowy mountain. Well, now you know. Now you know that that's where it is. Not only is it at the top of a snowy mountain, but it is unaffected by the temperature and pressure surrounding it. I guess, I've never been there, but if I'm going by kind of like the stereotypes of the area, the way that you can tell that this isn't London is because it's not raining. Maybe it's just that, like, every American movie that's set in London, at least partially, it's always raining. Would you like to research Pokemon? Yeah. St. Jado says it does rain a lot here, to be honest. Yeah. Let's buy some Pokemon supplies. Let me see if I have anything good to sell. A big nugget. St. Jado says, but gray, rainy London is very cinematic. Apparently, it is. It's good for adventures. Uh,
Prime away.
Prime away! Thank you, Harvestry, for your subscription. I really appreciate it. Yeah, really appreciate it. You guys subscribing. It's very helpful. It helps the channel grow. It makes Twitch pay a little bit of attention. Still doesn't pay a lot of attention, but we'll get there. We're getting there. Just 1 second. You see that guy is like, I always bring up the weather when meeting new people, which is interesting because he didn't bring up the weather so much as bring up that he brings up the weather. Uh-oh, guys, you know what time it is. It's time to check out the latest fashions. This has been a very fashiony stream. I forgot that that area is actually not very long, so. Oh, nice. This is like the ghost type tracksuit, but it matches our color scheme a lot better. Yeah, the tracksuits are cool. Is there even a poison one? Yeah, it's like not even an option. Ooh, motorcycle jacket. I don't think Petunia's quite at the motorcycle jacket level of cool. Tracky bottoms. Mommy, did you wash my tracky bottoms? Yeah, maybe something like this. Although we just bought those jeans. Oh, studded skirt to go. Oh man. Oh man. I don't think so. Yeah, definitely. These fashions are maybe a little bit too fashionable for Petunia right now. Oh, I like these dresses though. Oh. Yeah, maybe a dress. Yeah, let's get her a dress. We didn't use the snow stuff for very long, but eh. Yeah, I would want to show off the dress. Thigh high. Oh. Oh, snap. Mm, that's something, right? It's like right? It's like, oh yeah, it's kind of like a good girl top with like some thigh-high socks. It's like, yeah, that's something. That's a look. Loafers. Creepers. Is that a British thing? Are these things called creepers, or is this just what the game's calling it? Sit still, love. Sit still. You've got tracky bottoms. Yeah, exactly, right? It's like your tracky bottoms are. Oh, wait. How's this different from my other one? Oh, this ghost type backpack looks good. Is there a mostly yellow one? Oh, this electric type one is like exactly in our colors. Then leather ones. I don't want a leather one. Studded ones. Eh. There you go. It says electric type, but we don't care. Different glasses. Eh. I do like these, like, but they're studded. I think eventually we'll get Petunia to a point where she can wear studded stuff. But that's not right now. Let's go take the sweater off. What do you guys think? It's cute, right? Um, Harvester says, is that like sneakers? Maybe. You like the sweater plus the fluffy boot? Oh yeah, did I get different shoes? Yeah, the sweater, definitely the sweater goes with the fluffy boots. I guess we can keep the sweater on for a while. We just got it, so maybe yeah, we'll keep it like this. You can't you can't see the dress too much, but you know, we just got the thing. We can take it off later. It'll be fine. And it goes with the fluffy boots. So, we'll just do that. All right. Um, let's. There was something that I wanted to do. Um, what was it? Was it just go to the wild area and do some raids? What? Sever playing is raiding with a party? What? I never get raids. That's cool. Hey everybody. Thanks for stopping by. My name's Rodrigo. This is my sidekick Smokey the Smoke Detector. Oh, thank you for following too. Wow, amazing. So yeah, we're playing Pokemon Sword and Shield, and we're trying to get all the way through the game using only Poison type Pokemon. So if you're familiar with the game, we just got to Winden, and we're gonna take a little break from the story to go do some raids so that we can get some resources and some money and stuff. So we're gonna go back to the wild area. Severplaying says, beating Sword and Shield with just poison sounded cool. Enjoy my crowd and have a good stream, boss. Hey, thanks. Thank you so much. Oh, I guess I should give you a shout out, right? It's like this. There you go. All right. Thank you so much, and welcome everybody. Do we even see any beams? There's a beam. I guess we can just throw some wishing stars around. Or, yeah, whatever those rocks are. Thank you. All right. Yeah. So yeah, if you guys let's talk about our poison types. If you're new here, you haven't had a chance to meet our poison types. This is Oakley. Oakley is a very Oakley is definitely our Swiss Army knife because he know or she knows uh, shell sidearm, psychic, surf, and flamethrower. So any situation in which like we're like struggling, there's a good chance that Oakley has something for that situation. Um, the definitely the team captain is Lil Veggies. Lil Veggies, you might say, why is the team captain so far behind in level to everyone else? Is because he goes down a lot. Like I basically use him as a wall to like do other stuff with my Pokemon, and I just let him go down for the free switch in, and he hates me for it. Um, so I don't know if I'm gonna ever gonna get this friendship up. Here we have Ribitina, relatively new to the game, uh, or to the party. Poison fighting type, it can't go wrong. Dr. Violet, here from pretty much from the beginning, very powerful, most importantly, Dr. Violet fills that role because she's a dark type, right? So this team definitely struggles against psychic types, so it's good to have a poison psychic type. Dragalge, or Sargassum, our Dragalge, um, really has been a Skrelp, right? A water, a little baby water poison type for the majority of the game. I picked it so that it could be a water type. Now it has evolved into a dragon type, so it doesn't get stabbed with water moves anymore. But it doesn't matter. Dragon types are actually resistant to most of the things that water types are both resistant and weak to. So it's generally just as good a deal. Um, Harvester says Lil Veggie is not quite as hardy as Campbell's will have you believe. Yes. Uh, Peppers is our Salazzle. I am deeply uncomfortable with Salazzle's design, but also it's the only poison fire type there is, and Peppers has been doing a good job. MTG player is pretty much, it's very new. He's the very last Pokemon to join the party. And someday I'll get around to trading him to make him a Gengar. But for now, he's just a Haunter. Power Nap, basically another like relevant hitter in case we go up against a Psychic type, right? Um, Crud Papers, a Fairy Poison type, which is very important, but I still have yet to teach it a Fairy type move. So it's good at tanking dragons and a few other things, but it's not good at killing them. Rude, of course. You can't go wrong with Nidoking. This is a sheer force Nidoking, so he deals a ton of damage. And finally, Screech Power, who was also here from the beginning. Crobat, Crobat is super fast and has a lot of, the moves that you would expect: Cross Poison, X's, or Air Cutter, Bite. So it's good times. Yep, Nidoking is very strong. I got him a King's Rock and Sheer Force, so this guy should most of the time hit like an absolute truck. All right, let's see what's in this rabbit hole. Hopefully not a ground type rabbit. Oh, it's a turtle. Yeah, let's switch Pokemon. This looks like a job for Lil Veggies. Let's see if the NPCs can manage to handle this. Oh, hey, life's a pitch. Oh! It's gonna trigger my chlorophyll. 140, 130. G-Max. Veggies. Let's go. G-Max Venusaur has the same haircut as me. It's just like... Okay, good move on that NPC's part. Very selfless. Skaboom. Oh, and we hit it before its shield went up, so it'll probably actually get nailed with the vines. Max Rockfall. Wow. Oh, that's right. I forgot that a lot of the NPCs have focus sashes. Well, this turns off our chlorophyll, but that's okay. Delmise, of course, a ghost grass type, even though nobody, like, I've definitely talked to people that are convinced that it's like a water steel type. And it's like, no, it's kind of a steel type, but it's, yeah, it's actually a grass type for some reason. And I know it's because it's got it's got like weeds growing on it or whatever, but I look at Delmise and I was like, or Delmise, I'm like, this should be a steel ghost type. Like all the other stuff should just be for decoration. In minor and steel type attacks in college, yeah, definitely. It's like I think the ability's called Steelworker. I like Steelworker. I think it's a good ability, and obviously it fits with this Pokemon that should be a completely different type. But unfortunately, it kind of opens the door to more abilities like that. And, you know, people are always talking about that. It's like, oh, maybe I can do I'll give it this ability that's called, like, Magical Fairy. And even though it's a normal type, it can do Fairy type attacks with Stab. And it's like, I don't know. This is just, like, fan stuff, right? Like, people talking about it. And it's like, I guess that's fine. But I guess I've for my Fakemon, which I talk about every once in a while, I went on Twitter and did a whole bunch of like Fakemon and history and stuff for like a setting that I was playing around with. I guess for one of my Fakemon, I made like a variant of Thick Fat that gave it resistance against. I put it down as resistance against fairy and dark type attacks, I think. Yeah. Instead of, you know, fire and ice attacks. And it goes on a normal type, so it's already resistant to ghost. And the idea is that it's a little, like, it's a supernatural guardian dog Pokemon. So I guess I also just look at these abilities and I'm like, oh, wouldn't a variant that does this be cool? And it's like, mostly I do it if it makes sense for the Pokemon to have that. Are we going to get kicked out? How many of my teammates has this thing knocked out? The Pixelate type abilities, sure, yeah. Yeah, Pixelate is his own thing. And I really like Pixelate. Grass Pledge. Yeah, let's do a Petal Dance. I know I've talked about it before, but I had a team, a competitive team that I really liked. Are we going to get kicked out? Okay. Next time we'll get kicked out. Oh, never mind. We're kicked out. Welp, this went very poorly for me. If there's anybody still here from the raid, I'm sorry that you showed up just in time for me to get blown out of a raid. Horsepoint Mine says Pixelate, I guess, makes the most sense of any type because it was making up for the lack of fairy moves. Yeah, sure. That's why so many of the Kanto Pokemon Alolan variants are dark types, right? Rattata, um, Meowth, and Muck. That's why they're all dark types, because Kanto doesn't have enough dark types in that it doesn't have any. So for upcoming games like the Let's Go series, they needed those dark types. Should we try this again? Maybe we'll get a better team this time. I mean, I feel like we can't do much better than a G-Max Venusaur, so... Harvester says, I forget Aurora's ability doing the same for ice moves, but it's very cool. Oh, is it? Yeah, I don't remember. Alright, let's try this again. This time we got a cactus, so that's cool. A Maractus. So that should help. Let's go. What's the goal of the stream today? We just got through a little bit of story, and now we're just gonna try, like, we're trying to accumulate resources right now, but if this turtle keeps kicking our butts, that's not really working. So we might go to a different den and try something there. Max Rockfall. Why does that hit me so hard? Yep, I don't think we're gonna make it this time either. I'm gonna have to go find a different den. Ugh. Well, goodbye, Eevee. So that's one. Alright, NPCs, get it together. Just like somebody actually hit him with something, and then things will become a lot easier once its shield is down. Dang. How's this hitting me so hard? How many stars is this? Is this a 5-star raid? And I'm like coming at it at like level 30? Or like 50? There you go. Clear smog. Ugh. Its stat changes were removed. Did that guy just take away its like attack and is like defense decrease? Please tell me that's not what happened. Okay, well, as much as I hate using items during raids, I think I'm kind of outmatched here. Ah, good. Thank you. At least that Maractus is on point. There you go. There you go. Well, I guess that that Torkoal doesn't have a lot else it can do except shoot it with fire moves. All right. Should be able to just hit it with a pedal dance a few times. I think we're doing better than last time. So we'll see. Oh, this guy's out of here. That's okay, because Torkoal is not very helpful in the situation, and if for some reason we haven't killed it by the time it comes back, I was gonna say it'll like stop the it'll stop the storm, but we're only one critter away from that, and my pedals didn't hit it very hard because it got to the shield point. I don't think we're gonna make it. Yeah, it's like plot relevant fights, easy peasy. Random raids, very difficult. Ugh. It's 4 times super effective. Why is it doing so little damage? Okay. Let's go find a different den. See, this is what Low Veggies hates me, because I keep sending it up against, like, enemies that are too powerful. Yeah, let me check. Yeah, this is a 5-star raid. That's, like, the most badass Dreadnought that you can find. I definitely need to look at the star rating before throwing my Pokemon at these things. Oh, I remember what I wanted to do. I wanted to shake some trees for some berries. Give me the berries. Give me the berries. Give me the berries. Oh no. I think it must be because he's very large. Yeah, so that... Well, it probably has, like, pretty close to full Dynamax track. Which actually, I don't know if any of my Pokemon have, like, any points in the Dynamax track. Let's do Shell Sidearm. Oh boy, Greedon't. Yeah, I like Greedent because he looks really stupid. The other Pokemon took all the nearby Quallot berries away. You pick up what fell from the tree. 1 tomato. Or just that 1 tomato. I got greedy. Let's go to... Let's go to the baby area. And of course it's snowing, so we can't see the beams. Oh, there's one. Harvester says it's very goofy. Yeah, it's pretty bulky for an early normal type 2 and gets recovery moves. Yeah. The team that I actually managed to like make some waves with in competitive back when I was playing this game competitive. Um, like I wasn't like going to tournaments or anything. I mean like online competitive, like this thing. Was a Greedent team. It was a Greedent belly drum team. It's pretty strong, you know. Like it's not like we won it all the time, but we did pretty well with it. Okay, 4 stars is more reasonable. Let's try it with Sargassum. Flying type. Yeah. Yeah, hopefully a 4 star raid is something we can handle. I don't think we've ever G-Maxed or Dynamaxed Sargassum. That'll be fun. Beep, 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 beep. Giant Seahorse Dragon Monster. Well, this is starting out not well. That's better. I guess I could have hit it with I guess I could have hit it with a water type move and set up the rain. That would also help the wishy-washy. That's something I could have done. But I don't remember if Unpheasant is a physical attacker. It seemed like lowering its physical attack was the thing to do. Yeah, so anyway, my Greedent team, right? Um, it was actually very effective. I had a Greedent with Belly Drum and a Clefairy that I would throw out there to do Follow Me. And so, even though the Greedent after Belly Drum actually becomes very vulnerable if you, um, even after eating that berry, which catches a lot of its thing, it's like people couldn't attack it. And Clefairy is, or Clefable, Clefable with Follow Me. Clefable is also a very bulky Pokemon. So, it was usually able to, and a Fairy type, so it would eat a lot of damage, and then the Greedent was able to like Dynamax and attack and basically obliterate everything in one click, or one click per enemy Pokemon, right? Also, because it doesn't matter because it's most of the damage is going to the Clefable, and if it isn't, the Greedent is actually very bulky. Um, I also just the Greedent was very slow. So in Trick Room team, sometimes it went, if not first, then like second. So it's like if we went up against the Trick Room team, it's like, haha, now slow Pokemon go first, and here comes Greedent to be like, bam! So yeah, good times. Of course, again, as is often the case with all my stories about Pokemon, and especially competitive Pokemon, um, a team that is completely unusable now because you know it can't go against a like Calyrex Zapdos team. You know, it just can't. Yeah, yeah, I like Follow Me. Follow Me, Ally Switch, stuff like that. I love that stuff. Like, ally switch is definitely for you if you are more into doing a hard read. If you're like, oh, I know this guy's gonna do this, then ally switch can get you a huge advantage. But if you're bad at reading your opponents, then no, they'll just kill you. This Pokemon is intelligent and intensely proud. People will sit up and take notice if you become the trainer of one. Ho ho. Wait, no, not nicknames. Send to a box. All right. I think there was another beam over here. Let's save. Let us save. Hmm. Yep, Giant Skunk says stay in school. Oh, there was another one. Who was it? I think it was Harvestry. I need to check my notes. Um Let me just check real quick. Yeah, it was Harvestry. Had a good one. I was looking at an old stream. Let me see. Where's the thing? Slash. Is it ad quote? Duraludon represents the raw power of infrastructure. That was a good one. I'll copy this in case my command is wrong. Yep, I did. Oh, it's because it's like exclamation ad quote. See, I knew it was going to be wrong. Did it work? Yep. All right. Yeah, I thought that was a good one. I was editing some stuff today and I saw that and that was pretty good. You guys are funny. You guys are a funny chat. Okay. Uh, did my yep my caption? Oh no, my captions are still working. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There is no way. There's no way that we're doing a 5-star psychic Pokemon. Just not happening. Game recognized game. Yeah, thanks. Uh. Oh, another tree. Let's shake that tree. Let us shake that tree. Yes. Wow, it's not even shaking a little bit. I didn't know that was possible. I thought it always like shook at least a little bit. Roused. Oh, 6 berries and 2 shakes. That's very good. Hey, Pavs, you doing okay? You want to go outside? I might have to walk my dog, guys. Hang on a second. I should pause this so that that pangoro doesn't kill me. Hey, Pabs, you want to go outside? Whoop. Come here, Pabs. You want to go outside? Come on, let's go outside. Go on. Go on. Hey, Pabs, you want to say hi to the chat? You want to say hi to the chat, little guy? Hi, chat. I love you, okay? You're beautiful, okay? You're the best chat, okay? Put me down. I'm tired. I'm 50 years old. I'm too old for this. Well, let's get you a treat. Oh, sorry, sorry. Yeah, there you go. Yes, so I hope you enjoyed this presentation of Rodrigo chaotically walks his dog in the middle of a stream. I am sure we will have many repeat performances. Not today, but over the course of this Twitch channel. All right. Let's see. Saint Jadoli says, of course, the five-star psychic knew you were going to say that. He did know I was going to say that, and I stand by it. I am not fighting it. Um, Harvester says, I like how that Pangoro tried to run up on you and decided you were not to be messed with. Yeah, I think it was the shaking, like me triggering the berry shaking. It's just like burp. I like, it's like they didn't put that in its AI. Um, oh yeah, everybody's saying hi to Pavlov. Yeah, Pavlov's cute. Pavlov's pretty old, so I know a lot of streamers have like that's something you can do with points, right? Is like you can look at their. Oh yeah, that's right. I can also get ingredients out here. You can look at their pets, or they can give their pets a treat. It's like Pavlov has to be in the mood, and he's got a bad back, so we can't be like messing with him too much. He's doing better now. He he's had this thing where he has like a pinched disc in his back. I've talked to you guys about this before because sometimes it hasn't happened on stream yet, but it might someday. And sometimes he just like screams, like he's like brr, and it sounds horrifying. It sounds like he's dying, but it's just because his back hurts. And it's only for a moment, and then he stands up and he's fine. It's just because he gets stiff when he's lying down. But we have him on 7. That's pretty good. I'm gonna call a blackjack there. Um, he, we have him. We've had him on a steroid treatment that he takes every once in a while, and that's been working. We also started giving him like joint health chews because the doctor thinks that on top of everything else, he also has arthritis and it might be bothering him. So he has arthritis chews. We're giving him CBD oil as well, which I feel like people say doesn't actually do anything, but my vets who I trust and are very good are like, no, the CBD for pets is good. And I'm like, okay. So yeah, Pavlov, there are definitely nights when he's like in the kind of the height of his treatment, and so it all lines up, and he gets a piece of ham or like a piece of like deli turkey or chicken, and then in it is a little bit of a steroid, a pain relief medicine, and some CBD. And it's like, I call it the Pineapple Express. Is like when, because he doesn't always need to take all of them, right? It's like they all need to be taken at different intervals, but sometimes they all line up. And it's like, so it's like, yeah, every once in a while he just gets like the full blast. And yeah, I call it the Pineapple Express. And he's just, he usually just goes to sleep when that happens. So yeah, he's like not available for he's not available for appearances every once in a while because he's a little doped up. I don't know. I know that the neither the CBD nor the hormone are supposed to make him tired, but the pain med definitely does. So, he's doing his best. But yeah, unlike other streamers, I can't be like, oh, you paid 500 points, here's my pet, because honestly, he needs to be left alone most of the time. He's over here. We're technically hanging out together. You just can't see him. And he's doing good. And most importantly, he does a lot better when the temperature starts warming up. So as winter approaches, he starts doing a lot worse. And then as winter recedes, he starts doing a lot better. So like right now, I mean, you guys saw him. He was like moving his head around and stuff and doing pretty good. Like there are times when he's not doing so well, and he just doesn't want to even turn his head. So he's doing pretty good right now. So we're happy about that. Um, Harvester says, "Welcome back. Thank you for showing us the friend." Yeah, Pablo's a good dog. Um, Poor little critter. Yeah. Harvestry says, "Ham is great for solving the problem of a dog not responding to something you give them." Yes, actually, like a long time ago, a few years ago, both of our dogs got really sick, but not at the same time. So one of our dogs got really sick. We had to take her to the hospital. She had to like stay in the hospital, and it was like some sort of like stomach thing. And then Pavlov caught it. Our other dog has since passed away, not for that reason. She was very old and she had cancer. Um, but Pavlov caught it too, and we knew it was really bad when we offered him ham, and he didn't want it. Like, it's like, hey, little guy, you want some ham? And he would like, and we're like, oh my god, we need to get this dog to the ER immediately, because Pavlov is extremely food oriented, or there's a different word. It's not oriented, but like, um, he he's all about begging for food. If he sees you eating, he'll come and beg. And I've started saying that it's his job. Like he thinks about begging as his job. That's what he's supposed to be doing. He's supposed to be begging and trying to get food. So that's why he's so dedicated to it. Um, so he'll be like laying down somewhere, and we'll get food ready, and he'll like stand up and come over, and it's like, oh, it's time for Pavlov to clock in and start begging. I'm not seeing any more berry trees or beams. Um, Saint Jadoli says we send hugs to Doggo. Yeah, he's a good guy. Harvester says we had gotten a very bassy, squeaky toy for my late Bernice Chelsea, and she didn't care at all about it. I rubbed the whole thing with some old sliced sandwich ham, and she destroyed that thing immediately. The toy was pig shaped, which was extra something. Yeah, that's fun. Food motivated. Yes, that's what I meant to say. Food motivated. Harvester says, "Lol, I'm having a really good quarter. Send me some of that grated mozzarella." Yeah, exactly. And we always talk about that. I do a little voice for him. That voice that I did is the voice that I do for him all the time. Famously, our other dog, Akaya, who again has passed away, the voice that I did for her is the voice that I did for Drumstick on Critical Hit, or very similar, right? So Akaya would be around, and I'd be like, "Hi, can you, I need to sleep. I'm tired. I need to sleep. I need to go to the corner and sleep." So Pavlov's voice is like uh, he's kind of an old guy who's like cranky. He's cranky a lot of the time, and yeah, he's like, "Why you gonna do this to me? Okay?" It's like, "Oh, nobody told me that it was time for lunch. Okay, it's my job. Okay, I'm supposed to be over here begging for you. Okay, but you don't tell me when it's time. Okay." He says "okay" a lot, and oh, 3 pearls. He says "okay" a lot, and also our dogs are have always sort of been involved in these like ongoing developing storylines that we reference every once in a while when we talk to them, or when we talk to him, because only Pavlov's left now. Um, Sorry, my dog died not too long ago, and I'm still like dealing with it. But in one of those storylines, the story was that Pavlov suspected that I was secretly a chicken, and that's why I wouldn't give him any chicken. Like I was trying to like protect the chicken, like the cooked chicken, from him because I myself was a chicken. And so in his voice, he started calling me Big Chicken, and that's something that stuck. So anytime I do Pavlov's voice, I refer to me as Big Chicken, and he's always like suspicious of the stuff that I'm doing. He's like, "Big chicken, I know you don't want to give me no ham, okay?" So yeah, it's great because when I do a dog's voice, I really try to get it. Oh, you okay, little guy? Yeah, I think he's got a little stiff from the walk. He's okay. He also peed in his crate last night, so he doesn't have his usual pad in there. So I'm sure that's a little uncomfortable. But yeah, I try to be as true to the dog's personality as possible, which is why um, which is why when I do Pavlov's voice, he kind of hates me because Pavlov actually kind of hates me. He's my wife's dog, and I basically moved, as far as he's concerned, I moved into his house, and he doesn't and I haven't moved out yet, and he kind of doesn't like it. If my wife is around, he like has nothing to do with me. He interacts with her completely, basically ignores me again, unless I have food, in which case he pays attention to me because it's his job, right? So that's kind of why when I do his voice, he's always like very antagonistic to me because he kind of is, like I'm trying like I'm not gonna be like, oh, this dog kind of hates me, and then do like, oh, I love you so much, mwah, 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 mwah. Like obviously not. Like this dog thinks of me as a roommate who won't move away, not as an owner, not as his like dad. Like we make the joke that one of the things that he says to me is you're not my real dad. He's like, big chicken, you're not my real dad, because I'm technically not. Obviously I'm not, because I'm not a dog, but I'm also not his original owner. So I get that a lot from him, but I'm just trying to translate the way that I think he feels. Harvester says, when the detectives come to ask Pavlov if he saw anything about the Moida, the Moida that happened nearby, yeah, he is surly and keeps begging for food like, yeah, I seen him. It's gonna take long. I have a lot of puppy eyes to make here. Yeah, nice. Um, it's like, well, maybe you can give me a little something, detective. I got a lot of mouths to feed, and all those mouths are mine, and there's only one mouth, see? That's pretty much what he'd do. St. JW says, our old Weimaraner had a Doug from Up voice. Oh, nice. Oh, I just realized that I've been playing, running around gathering berries, but I was on the wrong screen. Here we go. Our old Weimaraner had a Doug from Up voice. Bones, our current dog, is a cockapoo, and he's got a little tough guy voice, even though he's so fluffy. Yeah, no, that's great. Dog voices are a lot of fun. Harvester says, I thoroughly enjoy the canon you have established here for yourself. Not sure, nor sure if you've meant to, but you still have the Just Chatting format up. Okay, yeah, thank you. I did not mean to, but I mean, I was also telling stories about my dog, so that's okay. Pet owner bits are so fun. The Doc's Worker Witness is one of my favorite TV character tropes. Yeah, that's a good one. I didn't see nothing. Yeah, the other thing is that I don't know. Pavlov's like, Pavlov's old, and again, he's very food motivated, and he's kind of also a little baby. Like he's a little guy. He's a huge mama's boy, so he's kind of like a sad little baby. Um, so a lot of the time when we get into a new show, my wife and I try to determine who's the Pavlov. We're like, which character in this show is the Pavlov? So, for example, we haven't done this, right? Because we don't really watch Friends, but an example that probably a lot of people would get the reference to, because my audience skews old anyway. Um, like if you looked at Friends, Ross is probably the Pavlov, right? I'm not saying that Pavlov necessarily shares a lot. Oh, this is that same stupid turtle. I'm not saying that Ross necessarily shares traits with Pavlov, but he is the most Pavlov-like character on that show. Let's see, what's another good example? For the majority of Steven Universe, Steven's the Pavlov, and then eventually Pearl becomes the Pavlov. Maybe Amethyst is briefly the Pavlov. Um, who else? It really depends on the characterization, but uh, I would say probably Michelangelo tends to be the most Pavlov Ninja Turtle. But Louis says, understand that always preferred living single. Okay, living single. Oh, I can't remember their names now. It's like Queen Latifah was like Khadija, right? I do not remember their names. Let me look at a picture of living single. Let me just pause here real quick and see if I can remember. Show me a cast photograph. Um, was it Maxine? No, Maxine's too. She's too on the ball. Probably Sinclair. I would say. Yeah, Sinclair Jones. Um, is probably the Pavlov of Living Single. It has been a long time since I've watched any Living Single. Yeah. Sinclair Jones. Yeah, Sinclair Jones is like the name. Yeah, Kim Coles plays Sinclair. So yeah, probably Sinclair. Yeah, I have not watched Living Single in a very long time. Um, I do watch some BET because one of my clients, like at night BET, which is kind of like Nick at Night, except for black people shows. So I've been watching a lot of the Fresh Prince lately, and the thing is like they'll air like 10 consecutive episodes of the Fresh Prince, and so once they get all the way to the end, like every night they'll air 10 consecutive episodes of the Fresh Prince. And so when they get to the very end, they just start over. So I will watch an episode, and then like a week later, I'll come back, and it's that episode again because they've gone all the way around. And there's only like 4 seasons of the Fresh Prince. So it's like I've been watching a lot of Fresh Prince, and the Fresh Prince is a good show, but also it's like a dorky little sitcom. I'm like, sometimes I'm like, okay, I'm a little bit Fresh Princed out. Uh, I love Living Single in a Different World. I never watched A Different World. It was on at a weird time for me. Um, but yeah, I never got into A Different World. Was A Different World a spin-off of The Cosby Show? Or am I thinking of something else? That's a quick cycle. Yeah, yeah. If they're airing like 10 episodes every night, like they'll just go all the way around. So it's like, um, yeah, I'll watch an episode and it's like a late episode. So like James Avery, you know, looks probably like the Uncle Phil that we remember, and then they'll cycle back to the very beginning and his hair's all dark and he's got like a lot more hair. He just kind of has like a bald spot instead of like just being completely bald, and it's like very dark. And it's like, whoa, I'm used to like zero hair, salt and pepper Uncle Phil. That's what he looked like for the majority of the series, and that's what he looked like in the last episode I saw. So like cycling back to, a much younger Uncle Phil is pretty weird. All right. All right. So we didn't get a ton accomplished today in this stream compared to like previous streams where we've like taken down an entire gym leader. Um, but yeah, it's been good times. let's get to wrapping it up. Um, I know on previous days I've gone all the way to like, so it's 4 now for me. I've gone all the way to like 4:30 or even 5. But I'm recording Critical Hit today, so I gotta spend some time like slapping my face on like just getting clearing my head. Um, so yeah. We're still gonna keep doing the Wednesday thing. I'm gonna see like it really sucked. A week ago, I actually had some time off of work, and then my computer broke. My like it just wasn't uh, going on the internet, even though everything else was able to see the thing. So like I was like, oh great, I have like 3 days off of work. I'll be able to do like an extra stream, and sure enough, couldn't. Right, either other stuff came up, and then my computer broke, and I was like, wow, what a waste. So I've been meaning to do kind of a catch up stream since I missed one a few weeks ago when I was sick. So we'll see. We'll see if I can pull something out next week. If not, you know that you can always come here on Wednesday at about the same time, around 2 to 2:30 p.m. Pacific time in the United States, which I should look up what the GMT. I'm just gonna do it now. Um, Pacific time zone is UTC. What is it? 8 hours from Coordinated Universal Time. Is that the same thing? During daylight savings time, a time offset of 7 is used. So UTC minus 8, I guess. Um, oh, it was a spin-off of the Cosby Show. Cool. Harvester says it can't be all badges. Yo, yep. And it was a grand old time. Thanks for another fun stream. Well, thank you guys for coming by. Good luck with the game and recording. Thank you for stream, Rodrigo, and take care, everybody. Glad to see you when I'll see you. Thanks for streaming. It was fun. Yep. Thank you guys. Really appreciate it, and we will see you guys later. Where is my stream ending thing? Here it is. Bye.